George Orwell, 25th June 1903, 21st January 1950, has proved to be one of the 20th century's most influential and thought-provoking writers. His relatively small numbers of books have created intense literary and political criticism. Orwell was a socialist, but at the same time, he did not fit into any neat ideology. He is best known for his novels, 1984 and Animal Farm, which both warn about the dangers of a totalitarian state. Completed just after the Second World War, they touched a chord because of contemporary fears over the growing influence of state control. He was foremost a political writer, but for Orwell, his object was not to promote a certain point of view but to arrive at the truth, exposing the hypocrisy and injustice prevalent in society. Orwell's early life. Orwell was born Eric Blair on 25 June 1903 in Motihari, Bihar, in India. Shortly after his birth, he was taken by his mother back to Oxfordshire, England. His family were financially poor, but an aspiring middle-class family. Orwell described it as lower-upper middle class, a reflection of the importance he felt the English attached to class labels. With his family unable to afford fees to a proper public school, he was educated at St. Cyprian's in Eastbourne, which served as a preliminary crammer to gaining a scholarship for public schools like Eton. In a later essay, Such Were the Joys, he was scathing of his time at St. Cyprian's, noting how difficult it was to be happy in such a mean-spirited environment. Aged 14, he was able to move to Eton, where he had better memories because of the greater intellectual stimulation. However, the awareness of being much poorer than many of his school friends remained. He left Eton with firmly held middle-class values, but at the same time, a sense of unease with his social position. After school, he was unable to afford university, and for want of a better option, Orwell took a job with the Burmese civil service. It was here in Burma that Orwell would begin to assert his independence from his privileged upbringing. Revealingly, Orwell later told how he found himself rooting for the local population and despising the imperial ideology which he represented. He resigned from his position in 1927. In an essay, Shooting the Elephant, he describes his feelings on Burma,